Coast to Coast Pick 5. $1 minimum. Player-friendly 15% takeout. Coast to Coast Pick 5.
It's time to talk about another Coast to Coast Pick 5 sequence. Sunday's Pick 5 will start out at Gulfstream Park in race number 9. Remember some of the details about this Pick 5. You can play every Saturday, every Sunday. It's the first racing Coast to Coast Pick 5. It's a combination of races from Gulfstream Park and Santa Anita, a $1 base wager, 15% low takeout, super player friendly, and they give you free DRF pass performances for every Pick 5 sequence on Saturday and Sunday. So you have that added incentive to dive right in and play at DRF bets. Let's take a look and see how I'm going to play the Pick 5 this week. Here's the ticket that I put together. It's going to start at Gulfstream Park, and we're going to start in race number 9 at Gulfstream Park. We'll be on the dirt, going a mile into 16th. It's a first level allowance, optional 25 claimer. I'm going to go 3 deep in that race. I will use the 2, 3, and the 4. I think the 3 Bourbon Resolve is really interesting because he has recent form. A lot of these horses are kind of question marks. You have a few of them coming off of long layoffs. Bourbon Resolve is a now horse who got pushed a little bit wide last time out. He's going to go 3rd start of the form cycle. I'm expecting him to run a really big one here. The 2 Empire Strikes Fast was very good in his debut, and he kind of tailed off a little bit. Donegal Forever was also very good in his debut, so I'll use the 2 and the 4, the really strong debut winners, along with Bourbon Resolve. 2, 3, 4 in race 9 at Gulfstream Park. Let's move to the second leg of the sequence. That's going to be at Santa Anita, where we go a mile on the turf course. It's race number 3. It's a 50 starter allowance. We're going to use the 2 Control Function, who came off a bit of a layoff last time out. This 6-year-old mare hadn't raced from March of 2023 to January last month, and she ran exactly like you figure a horse would off the long layoff. She was sitting in a good spot. She made a move up to the lead to challenge. She just looked like she got a little tired that day, and she finished behind a horse named Rough Ride, who came back to win next out. She's a joker, should step forward, second off the bench. Catarini and First Time In Forever, all very logical in the third at Santa Anita. We move to Gulfstream Park. We're going to go to race number 10 now. This one is the third leg of the Pick 5 sequence. It's a mile on the turf course. I'm going to use the 1, 3, and the 8 in here. Joe from Kiev got shuffled a little bit last time out, had some traffic to deal with. I thought he ran pretty well when finishing 4th behind Whiting Field, who's probably the horse to beat in here. I think the 3 with the blinkers on and the speed, that's the horse they'll all have to catch. Silent and Violent. The turf races that this guy has been in were against better, so the drop and getting back to turf, he feels like a major player in here. Let's move to the 4th leg of the sequence. We'll go back to Santa Anita to finish things up in the 5th and the 6th races. Santa Anita's 5th race is where my single will come in. This one's a $20,000 claimer going a mile on the dirt. I just think Direct Line is the best horse in this race. The bulk of his career came in tougher spots, and when he dropped down to the $20,000 level on December the 30th, he was a pretty easy winner that day. He sat off second. He moved to the lead without being asked. He has speed. He can sit off and pass horses. Pratt will have him in a really nice spot. I think he's the horse to beat in here, so I'm just going to single Direct Line in race number 5 at Santa Anita. Let's close out the Pick 5 over at Santa Anita in the 6th race, and this one is 6 furlongs. It's an optional 80, non-winners of 2. We have a replay that we can show in this one also of Sir Atticus, the number 6, who comes out of a very strong race. You can see he closed very well. He was a little bit further back than normal. He was the number 2 in the race we were watching, and he picked up the pieces late. He finished behind 2 horses named Big City Lights, who won the Grade 3 Palos Verdes, and Newgate, who came back to finish 2nd in the Grade 2 San Pasquale next time out. Sir Atticus should be pretty tough in there, but Moose Mitchell also comes out of strong races behind the aforementioned Big City Lights and the Chosen Vron, who is a 15-time winner. So I'll use the 2 Moose Mitchell along with the 6 Sir Atticus. You put it all together in this Pick 5, and it's a $72 ticket. You can play this thing at DRF Bets, and don't forget, free DRF pass performances for the Pick 5 sequence. Good luck on Sunday. We'll be back again next week. Shout out to Chloe and Lucia for helping us out all week long with these great Coast to Coast Pick 5 preview videos. Talk to you next Saturday.